Okay, so hey there everyone. Today we are going to discuss this problem, that is minimum number of operations to make array empty from Leetcode. So first of all, let's have a look at the problem statement. You are given an zero index array nums consisting of positive integers. There are two types of operations that you can apply on the array any number of times. Choose two elements with equal values and delete them from the array, or you can choose three elements with equal values and delete them from your array. Now what you have to do is you have to return the minimum number of operations required to make the array empty, or -1 if it is not possible. Okay, so first of all, what they are trying to say is we will be given with one integer array which they are calling as nums, and inside this array all the elements which are present will be positive. This is the first thing which is given to us, and after that what they are asking us that we can do any operations any number of times from this two. That is, we can either choose two elements that have equal values and we can delete them from the array. This is the first operation. Or we can go ahead with deleting the three elements if they have equal values in the array, and we have to perform any of this operation any number of times such that we will end up with an empty array, and we have to do this operation in such a way that the number of operations that we will took in order to get an empty array will be minimum. And if there is no way possible through which we can make this array empty, then in that case we will be returning with -1. So let's try to understand this using this example, and using this example only we will try to form some observations, and from those observations we will try to deduce it into some logic. So first let's have a look at this example one, that is 2 3 3 2 2 4 2 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the example one which they have given to us, and now in this array we have to do minimum operation such that we will have an empty array, and if it is not possible then we have to return -1. So now let's try to think about this in a very simple manner before jumping into code or any type of logic. Just think in a simple manner that if I give you two choices, let's say there are two choices in front of you, that there are some numbers in this array. Okay, consider any arbitrary array of nums which will be having any values inside it, which will be obviously positive values. Just don't think about this array right now for the time being. Just consider any array of your choice inside your mind, and now think about two choices that I'm giving to you, that inside your array there is some way possible through which you can delete three elements. Inside your array there will be three elements such that their values are equal, and you can also delete two elements from your array which will be having some equal values, right? So when I will give you these two choices, and you know that you have to do this in minimum amount of operations, then which of the operation that you will choose? I am just telling you that it is available for you to do any of this operation right now at any position of time in your array nums. Then which one you will prefer in order to have minimum number of operation? You will definitely say that I will go with this operation, that is 3, because will by using this operation we will able to deduce the nums into an empty array as soon as possible, because we are removing three elements over here, and over here if we choose this operation at this point of time then we will be removing two elements, right? So obviously this is, it is very sensible for you to go with this go with 3 instead of 2, because you will be able to deduce it as soon as possible to an empty array. So now this is the first observation that you can do from over here, that whenever you are given with two choices, that either you can remove three elements having equal value, or either you can go ahead and remove two of them which are having equal values, you will always choose this option, right? And when you won't be having any option, then and then you will be choosing this uh, two option. So this is the first observation, and I hope that you guys are clear with this observation. Now let's have a look at this example 2, that is 2 1 2 2 and 3 3. Now in this, let's say, look at this element 2 first of all. Look at the frequency of element 2 first of all. Then you will observe that there are three elements, and as I've told you that whenever you are given with any option of either removing three elements or two elements from an array, you will always go with this 3 1 because it will help you somehow to reach to your destination faster. So here whenever you will see that the frequency of element 2 is 3, you will directly remove this all the three two values in one operation. Then in second operation, you will see that the frequency of element 3 is 2. So again, since you don't have any choice of removing it as an using second operation that is of three equal values, so you will choose the first operation, that is you will remove these two equal values by taking one more operation. And now what you will do? You will be remaining with just single element, that is 1, and there is no way using any of this operation that you will be able to remove this element, correct? So now why this happened? It happened because we are given with only two choice, that we can either remove element that are having equal value and the frequency of them are equal to 2, or we can remove any element having frequency equal to 3. Apart from this, we can't remove any other type of elements, and that's why when we had frequency of this element that is 1 as 1, we won't be able to remove it because there is no such operation present with us. So another observation that you can draw from over here is that whenever frequency of any element or any value which is given in the num is equal to 1, then in that case you will directly return with -1 because there is no way possible that you can apply any of the operation in order to get an empty array. So hence whenever your frequency is equal to 1, you will be returning with -1. And whenever your frequency of all the elements which are present in the nums are greater than 1, then in that case you will check if it is possible to subtract, or if it is possible to remove three elements of equal values or not. If it is possible, then you will keep on doing that until you will end up in such a position where you can no longer remove three elements having equal values. Then you will look for the removal of two elements with equal value, and in such a way you will proceed. So I hope you are somewhat clear with the logic. Now let's directly have a look at the code. From there you will get some better understanding. Okay, so here is the code as we have discussed with few of the observation and the logic. So first of all, I have made one unordered map which will be storing the element value of my nums along with its frequency. So here in this for loop, what we are doing over here is that we are storing the frequency of all the elements which are present in the nums. And after that, in this for loop, we are just checking that if the frequency of any element is lesser than or equal to 1, then in that case we will directly return -1 because there is no such operation possible through which we can make this array empty if the frequency is equal to 1 or lesser than 1, let's say 0. It won't be happening, but just for the case. After that, I have declared and initialized my answer variable with 0, and this will be containing my minimum number of operations that I will take in order to make this nums empty. So now what I will be doing over here is that at each and every time, since I know that each and every element's frequency is greater than 1, since I have not written -1, then in that case each and every element frequency is greater than 1. I am sure about this thing. So what I will do is, first of all, I will check if that particular frequency value is already divisible by 3, then there is no need of taking this operation with removal of two elements, because we can always remove three elements if this is perfectly divisible by 3. So that's why we will check if that value of frequency is divisible by 3 or not. If it is, then we will directly return the minimum number of operation, which will be equal to the quotient value of well by 3. After that, we will check that if it is not perfectly divisible by 3, then what it is. So first of all, we will check if it is odd number or not. If it is odd number, then always one operation will be possible when you will be able to remove 3 from it, right? If it is odd number and the constraint are greater than 2, so the minimum odd number that you will be getting is 3. So always you will be having a chance to remove 3 from an odd value. And once you remove 3 from the odd value, you will be remaining with one even value, correct? So yeah, so first of all, if your frequency value is odd, then you will first removing 3 from it, and since you are removing 3 from it, this will be considered as one of the operation, and that's why I'm incrementing my answer by 1. After doing that, that number, particular number, will have become even now if it is odd, and if it is already even, then it will remain even only. You won't be entering in this if statement, correct? So if that number is even, now you have two choices. Now pay attention over here, this is very very important. When your number is even, let's say I am giving you a number 16, right? If the frequency of any element is 16, now what you will do, you have at every step, let's say first of all, whenever you have frequency of 16, it means that let's say you have any number, just take any number like 4, right? You have number 4 and the frequency of this number 4 in your array nums is equal to 16. Now how you will be removing this element, that is element 4, which is occurring 16 time in your num? First of all, there are two options in front of you, that either you can remove the th 3 times 4 which is present, and then you will be remaining with total 12 number of 4s, or either at this point you can remove 2 4s and you will be remaining with 14 number of same element, that is 14 4s you will be remaining with in your num. So what is the logical step that you will be taking over here? So now whenever you will end up in any even number which is not perfectly divisible by 3, in that case what you will do is you will try to find a number which is near to this number, that is which is smaller than or near to this number, that is 16, and that is divisible by 2 as well as divisible by 3. And if I ask you for any number which is lesser than this, which is divisible by 2 as well as divisible by 3, how you will find that number? Simply, you will find a number which is divisible by 6. If you are able to find a number which is divisible by 6, which is lesser than 16, then you will end up with the maximum number of threes that you can take over here using this frequency 16. What I'm trying to say over here is, let me again try to explain you. For example, here you have 16. Divide 16 by 6. What is the quotient that you will get? Let's say we are dividing the 16 by 6, then we will divide it by 6 twos are 12, right? And we will be remaining with remainder as 4, and my quotient is 2. Now what 2 over here is? 6 twos are 12. So it means that you can make pair of removal of three numbers 4 times, right? Like you can remove 3 in the first step, then 3, then you can remove 3, then again you can remove 3. 4 times you can remove 3 from here, that is from 16 number, in this manner, and at last you will be remaining with 4, and use this 4 you can remove by taking this combination of removal using two elements, and again removal using two elements. Now calculate how many operation you have taken in order to make this nums array empty when it will be having 16 times 4. So you have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You have taken only 6 steps in this manner in order to make this empty, which you can prove is the minimum number of steps. So this is what you have to keep track over here, that whenever your number is even and not perfectly divisible by 3, then in order to find the minimum number of operation, you have to find a minimum just small number which is lesser than your given number, and it is also divisible by 2 as well as 3, means simple words, it is divisible by 6. So find such number and add that to your answer, and it will give you minimum operation. And that's why what I have done over here is that first of all I have done well by 6 multiplied by 2, and after that what I've done, whatever remainder I'm remaining with, like you have seen that I was remaining with 4, then whatever is I have been remaining with, that will be even number, that is for sure. So, and that even number you can't just fulfill by using the step of 3. So at this time you will take the step of 2, and that's why I am doing that. Whatever remainder I am remaining with, go with this operation, that is removal of two elements, and add that to your answers. And that will be your minimum number of operation that you have to return at the end of the day. So let's try to submit this quickly. Okay, so yeah, it is accepted. So that was it. That was the solution. And still, if you have any type of query, please feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you have really understood it, please give a big thumbs up to this video and subscribe to our channel for more such content.